The Android One powered Nokia 7.1 might not be groundbreaking or innovative, but I think it does enough to potentially make it the best sub $400 smartphone on the market. Hey there, Damien here for 95Google, and this is the full review of the seriously impressive Nokia 7.1. Straight away, the quality of build is outstanding, as you'd expect from Nokia. I mentioned in my hands-on, the edges feel much sharper than they do in some other smartphones with similar chamfered edges, and I still stand by that. Overall, the handset is solid, weighty, and oddly, in the age of massive phablets, it feels pint-sized by comparison. Everything here adds up for a feel that you can only tend to find on phones costing much more, so Nokia deserves serious credit for this. I can't defend how fingerprint prone the glass back is, and the fingerprint scanner feels a little bit too slim for my taste, but if you are used to bigger handsets then you will eventually get used to it. That said, I am used to it now, and the fingerprint sensor is in a great position based upon the size of the device. After such a long time using larger phones, I mentioned you might find it dinky and a little bit small. That couldn't be further from the truth though, as the 5.84 inch display is in no way small. The display is crisp, and being able to watch 1080p HDR enabled video is incredibly impressive. Overall, the display doesn't let the device down and enhances the entire video watching experience. Best of all, it manages to reach a good max brightness for easy legibility in bright lighting, which can't be said about many non-Samsung display laden smartphones on the market. I would have liked the chin to be shrunk, as there isn't much need for two Nokia embossed logos on the device front and back, and as for the notch, it's reasonably small but doesn't include any major tech that makes it a necessity. Don't expect any fancy face unlocking, it feels like a notch just for the sake of a notch. The headphone jack is another powerful inclusion. Removing the feature is still so divisive. It's good to see Nokia keep the standard, but I dislike the positioning on the top of the phone. Nokia did make the smart decision to pair the Snapdragon 636 with stock Android, and you get great performance. It's snappy, apps load in good time, and yes, there are a few slowdowns here and there, but in no way do they hinder the experience at all. Android One means there's no horrid duplicate apps, and that is essential when the storage comes in at 32GB, but with nearly 10GB taken by the system, micro SD card support is a welcome addition. Personally, I would say opt for the 64GB variant, and you won't have to worry about storage constraints. Shipping with Android 8.1 Oreo is a little bit disappointing given that Android 9 is out and available, and shipping with many other devices released around about the same time. It isn't too much of an issue though, given Nokia's track record of pumping out monthly OS updates, and we have been told that the 7.1 will get a Pi update within the next couple of months. One thing about the software I really enjoyed was how quickly apps uninstalled. I expected to see some slowdown given the hardware, but it was rapid to say the least. Overall, I'd say battery life is good to middling. I've had screen on time range from 5 hours to 2 hours, which was during the initial setup for what it's worth. I'd say the 3000 mAh battery and modest specs should see you through a regular day with no issues. Now to the camera, and the dual camera includes Zeiss branding for the optics and consists of a 12 megapixel main shooter at f1.8 and a secondary 5 megapixel shooter for depth sensing. The notch camera has an 8 megapixel sensor with an f2.0 aperture. Overall, it's way better than I expected. Live bokeh and background blur effects aren't perfect, but can be acceptable given the right conditions. Don't go in expecting insanely good selfies, and you will be more than happy with the end result. Now, the rear camera and the camera app help you take great pictures. I found the Pro mode easy to navigate and very easy to use. I do prefer the point and shoot controls, but it is easy to get your head around these Pro modes. I must say I think the camera quality is surprisingly good given that this is firmly in the affordable to mid-range region. But don't take my word for it, I'll let you judge for yourself. Overall, HMD and Nokia have really done a superb job with the Nokia 7.1. They've made the right hardware and software decisions to make this an enticing mid-range device. If you don't want the best of everything and an experience that is just a step down from the best out there, then you will leave happy. I'd absolutely love to know what you think. Stick a comment down there below this video. Subscribe to the channel for more Android and Google related content, and visit 95google.com for all of the latest industry news. This is Damien for 95Google saying thank you again for watching, and I will speak to you later.